Buckle up, everybody. For those of you that do not believe that digital assets, aka cryptocurrencies, are going to have a role to play in the future financial system, I would very much so advise you all to buckle up because all of the facts state otherwise. This is a patent that was just publicized January 20th of this year, but it's been in the works for a couple of years now. Now, what's interesting to me, we can see the application filing, but now we can see who it's essentially assigned to, and it's both Standard Chartered, the branch out of Singapore, and Zodia Holdings. Now, this is very much so dealing in digital asset custody from the institutional grade standpoint, methods, systems, and devices for managing digital assets, and it gives a few examples. Widely used and held digital assets, including but not limited to. So, including but not limited to XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Stellar Lumens, EOS, Ethereum Classic, etc., etc. I believe the Hedera, yes, HBAR is also mentioned within this document. Now, at face value, this doesn't sound like a lot, but if you dig a little bit deeper into this, you start to understand and unravel the present that we are all going to, in my opinion, not financial advice, open at some point in time. We saw that Zodia Holdings is essentially the company, along with Standard Chartered, that has been assigned to this patent. Now, this is by Standard Chartered and in association with Northern Trust, so we need to pay attention to Northern Trust. This is custody for crypto assets. So why Zodia? You can kind of run the gambit here with this. More interested real quick into what Northern Trust potentially brings to the table, because we could see that this digital asset custody platform is managed by Standard Chartered and in association with Northern Trust. Well, what has Northern Trust done? This is not an old document either. This is November 19th, 2021. Transforming the investment lifecycle, the future is digital. Digital assets will profoundly transform the financial ecosystem. Industry participants, institutional investors, and asset managers will soon experience those changes and need to consider the opportunities and risks that the new digital paradigm presents to their existing approaches. It is no longer a question of when digital assets will bring change, but a question of how. And we can go into here right now, asset servicing, okay? Earlier this year, Standard Chartered Ventures and Northern Trust launched Zodia in order to provide services to institutional clients as a crypto asset business. Zodia provides custody services for the most institutionally traded cryptocurrency assets, Bitcoin and Ethereum, which account for approximately 80% of the current institutional crypto activity. This will be followed by XRP, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. And I would not be surprised if Hedera Hashgraph would fall into this bunching as well. They are literally telling you that they are going to custody XRP. I mean, it's right here. Standard Chartered Ventures, Northern Trust, and Zodia. They are painting the picture for what is about to happen. And this isn't old, November of 2021. So, you know, the publication of this, the assigning of the patent to Zodia and Standard Chartered in late 2021, December. Really, really, really interesting. Now, moving on to Standard Chartered. Now, we do know that Standard Chartered is a seed investor into RippleNet. This is interesting as well. So this is from 2020, and I won't spend a whole lot of time on this, but Standard Chartered picks Ant Financial, not Ripple, for their new remittance service. But if you look a little bit deeper into this, it doesn't matter if Standard Chartered picks Ant Financial or not, because Ant Financial is essentially has that connectivity regardless through Access. This is Standard Chartered's Access platform. I found this back in 2019. This is the architecture here. Banking as a platform. Standard Chartered provides service integration. And I apologize if this is a little bit blurry for you all. Standard Chartered provides service integration into RippleNet. Wait, hold on. And then also, along with this is that Access platform. Talks about the attention span of individuals, which is 3 to 5 seconds. This is their Access platform as well, which ties in Ant Financial. So very, very, very interesting. Analysts turned bullish as banking giant DBS. Now, DBS is a monstrosity, multinational bank out of Singapore, prepares to open the floodgates to crypto. What's interesting is they have $500 billion in assets under management, and the crypto trading desk essentially going to be launched before the end of 2022. And the earnings call was where they revealed this information on February 14th, so just yesterday. DBS is big. Now, DBS, interestingly enough, sits on the board of Hedera Hashgraph, we can see it right here, DBS, Singapore. And even digging a little bit deeper into this one, they are already kind of pulling that aggregation of data for Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Bitcoin Cash. I believe they actually do offer services for these four as well, because I found a JP Morgan article that stated such. There was DBS, Temasek, and JP Morgan integrations in 2021. Within that article, they also kind of touched base on that trading, the trading that they currently potentially offer, and Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and XRP were mentioned within that. Now, I found this interesting. This is an interview. Now, this is Piyush Gupta, and this is a question. Now, Mr. Gupta is the CEO of DBS Bank, so obviously a bigwig. DBS has become the only bank in the governing council of Hedera Hashgraph. Now, we do know that has changed since then. Shinhan Bank, also Standard Bank, are Hedera governing council members. Now, DBS has become the only bank in the governing council of Hedera Hashgraph. This is quite cutting edge in terms of sort of blockchain. What does it bring to you as a bank? Now, number one, Hedera Hashgraph is not a blockchain, it's Hashgraph, right? So this kind of leads us to believe of just how early we are. But I've always said, and I'll consistently say, that I believe that a lot of these integrations within Hedera Hashgraph are future-proofing the future-proofed. And it only takes that utility switch to be flipped to use a network that has more utility, more speed, and just more efficiency across the board. And we do know what Hedera is doing as far as the EVM v2 that has just come out, or is being slowly rolled out, and all of these different initiatives coming across the board with Hedera Hashgraph. We'll get a little bit more into that later here. But I started looking at Hashgraph 2 or 3 years ago. Now this is from the CEO. When they first came to me, one of the challenges with crypto, and Bitcoin in particular, is that it's very hard to scale because the mining capacity and the latency needed for each transaction is extraordinarily high. So using blockchain to make a payment of $5 does not work because of the cost of settlement and the number of hours needed. Well, the rhetoric, all of Bitcoin's utility rhetoric mechanisms have failed. Peer-to-peer, essentially, with a trustless peer-to-peer transfers without an intermediary was essentially Bitcoin's use case, right? Well, we can see right here the CEO of one of the largest banks in the world essentially stating that it just doesn't work. So I'm curious about what happens whenever potentially, and I'm not saying this is a definite thing, whenever an asset usurps Bitcoin for that number one spot, what happens to the store of value rhetoric? Or will it more so be looked like as a status symbol amongst kind of the OGs in crypto? But yeah, I want to move on a little bit here. Again, the CEO. This is that JP Morgan and DBS document, and we can see here all three Parshore projects, blah, 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 blah. In late 2020, DBS establishes a crypto exchange division called DBS Digital Exchange, allowing investors to trade major coins such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and XRP. All right, I'm out of breath. This is gigantic as well. Now, I think it's Danny in the Hedera Hashgraph community that has been tweeting for like 160 days that Coinbase hasn't supported Hedera Hashgraph. But we did get good news today. eToro essentially supporting Avalanche and Hedera Hashgraph. More liquidity. So yeah, great news, and kudos to the team behind eToro for actually looking into these assets such as Avalanche and Hedera Hashgraph, which may provide better suited solutions for their customers. All right. A couple more things here. Looking at price action of Bitcoin right now. I talked a little bit about this on Darren and I's podcast yesterday, which was just released today. Kind of looking at the 21 EMA, which is the yellow line, and the 50 EMA, which is blue, but I'm colorblind. So we still need price action to kind of reverse. We certainly need price action to break above the 50. Look at the massive wick where we got rejected from the 21 EMA here. We certainly need this to break above. I would love to see a weekly close above this. It would be fantastic. And then a confirmation that the 50 EMA is potentially support, and then potentially run and start tackling this 21 EMA. It doesn't seem like it's that far away right now. It's going to be probably that smashed price action, whichever way it goes. If it breaks above, it's probably going to be a wild move. So I think I'm sitting with all of you right now where I hope that breaks above. I saw this today as well. This is from yesterday. This is WireBarley partnering with Tencent. Tencent, another giant. Tencent Financial Technology for global remittance. I won't get into the weeds here, but I will say that I hadn't remembered this, but in February of 2020, we can see WireBarley becoming a member of RippleNet to improve remittances out of Korea. Now, this is kind of where I'm alluding to, kind of the efficiency layers again when we're dealing in proof of work assets versus a lot of these high efficiency newer assets that certainly have have a lot of legwork to do. And I love the fact that we always talk about the marathon and not just the quick dash foot race. And this kind of leads me to believe the same thing here. This is an analysis of energy consumption and carbon footprints of cryptocurrencies and possible solutions. This is coming out of Singapore as well. Digging down into this, literally, the Bitcoin and Ethereum network use so much energy that only 22 nations in the entire world use more energy than Bitcoin and Ethereum. And this is just since July of 2021. So August, September, October, November, December, January, about 6 months. Bitcoin is 23rd in the entire world. There's only 22 nations in the entire world that top Bitcoin and Ethereum's combined energy usage, and I just think that is a ridiculous statistic. Even going down into here as well, this is electrical energy and kind of the consumption that goes into these networks being utilized. Bitcoin is extremely high. Ethereum is extremely high. We can see XRP down here. We can see ETH 2.0, which who knows when the hell ETH 2.0 is going to be fully flushed out. We've heard 2026, whatever. And then we see Hedera Hashgraph all the way down here as well. So very interesting to me. Last but not least, I wanted to talk about this. I saw Wrath of Kahneman, so shout out to Wrath of Kahneman, posting about this. This is Stasis saying that it will issue Euro stablecoin utilizing the XRP ledger. Ripple is going to provide the technical support. And I did see also, I retweeted it, I'm pretty sure that Stasis is also integrated. Bear with me for 1 second. Stasis is also integrated within Ethereum, Algorand, Matic, aka Polygon with the rebranding, and now the XRP ledger. And the CEO states multi-blockchain future and which will allow for exciting product rollouts. So stay tuned. And I certainly will be, and I hope that you guys will as well. And I hope you enjoyed this discussion. So, oh yeah, by the way, so Stasis is a Euro stablecoin that they have going on right now. I believe has the highest liquidity / market cap out of any Euro-backed stablecoin. So I'm excited to see XRPL integration. I'm excited to see the issuance of the Euro stablecoin on the XRP ledger. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, they are certainly showing their hands. Zodia, Standard Chartered, Northern Trust, and plans to follow Bitcoin and Ethereum within Northern Trust, Zodia, and Standard Chartered by offering XRP, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. And I would not be surprised if Hedera Hashgraph, HBAR, and potentially even Stellar and EOS and certain things like that would be integrated into that as well. Wow, that was a breather right there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Sorry about the break, but it's nice to come back and just kind of shoot through a ton of really, in my opinion, valuable information. Again, not financial advice, but we can all see where this space is going, and I hope that you can see that you can kind of see the forest for the trees here and what's actually being pushed out to the masses. So, all right, I will talk to you guys later.